So last part that we left off wasn't this, right? It was. No, I don't remember that. No, I don't remember that either. There was actually this here. And if I remember correctly, we went through the wing light stance options. Like we got wings 1, right? Wings 2. We have wings 4, which just goes in the Phoenix, and then wings 3, which is launcher. All right. There was also the part where wings auto low parries, which is nice. I didn't know that wings auto low parry. This is kind of like Leroy's hermit stance, where it auto low parries. Let's see. To show that, I'm going to record. See? Auto low parries. Four, 2, 1. A mid. Plus 20? That's kind of crazy. Especially from a 15 frame move. Plus 20 is like an insane number to have. What we need to test out is block all. So Radar is actually 20 frames, right? So if this might work. Nah, it doesn't. But there's tons of things that is less than 20 that's very useful. Like how am I plus 20 and it doesn't work? What's the fuck? What's the point of being plus 20 then? Alright. They have wall spots. And the second hit is a high. Something tells me let's just see what it does on block. So this gives you +1 on block. So I think this is meant just to, what's the word for it? This is meant to be used as, what's the word for it? I want to say filler, if that makes sense. As in, you use this mid-fight to give yourself +1, and they're gonna think, oh, it's my turn, and then you can just beat them, right? Because you're not negative enough. Like you're +1, so it's not your turn or their turn. You both can make motions in like the neutral, but they're gonna think, okay, this move most likely is going to be like -6, -7, or sometimes -9, and they're gonna try to take their turn, and they're not gonna be able to, because you're gonna be doing your fast option. And they're gonna try to like also do their fast option, but they're not gonna win either. Let me see. We got 4222. Okay, so you're not supposed to stop at the first one, supposed to just keep going so you get the second. So that one's safe. And then if you do the third, which is the heating agent part, that's minus 13 on block. You can use it to transition into Phoenix. Sorry, just a little tired. I'm just writing down the information for this. I mean, I guess I could, like, what insight is there to really give on this? This is most likely stoppable. I want to know. I think now that I have time, because I have tomorrow off, I'm just gonna do like a much slower, carefuler recording. Alright. Yep, very steppable. Let's try it the other way. No. Let's try it again to make sure. No. You gotta step to the background. That one I was just not moving. Then again, I just got hit there, so I just got the timing right. Okay, so you can step in either direction. You just have to do it at the right time, and I'm just not doing that right now. We got forward 222 1+2. What am I even supposed to say about this? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I got the information I needed about fighting against this character, but if I want to learn how to play this character, I need to pay more attention. And I'm just like mentally drained from today, even though nothing happened. So 422 1+2 looks like this. It increases your gauge. Right? Obviously has the cancel into Phoenix anytime. Problem being -13 on block when you finish. steppable like the rest. Yeah, it's pretty standard move. Haven't noticed anything too interesting about anything. Now they don't create moves for no reason. So 4, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right, and then. I guess you would use this one to build up gauge. Anna. So we have Knight's Gambit. Forward 3. This actually is a cool looking move. What is that like? What is he actually hitting him with? It's negative 14. So I kind of like how they made a bunch of his moves negative, at least like the flashy ones, so that you can't just spam people with moves that, like, sure they look good, but you still have to play pretty smart. How far does this reach? Actually reaches pretty far. Let's... let's have him stop blocking. Yeah, his stance is too slow. Okay. Prominence, forward 1 with 2. Alright. So this move, I think I was talking about earlier. Forward 1 plus 2. Heat engager. 16 frame starter. 16 is actually very fast. At least for a move like this. So you can see, obviously, like I said before, lots of range. It's a heat engager too, so you can use it to skip neutral. Going for the last mix. Whatever. This isn't really a mix, so you can be jabbed out of this every time. But you get the point. This is just a good move. It gives up your turn on block, but so we got down forward 1, 2, 1. Okay, so down forward 1 is usually always safe on every character. So this move, I'm not sure why it's so fucking dangerous. Like, I don't... And it doesn't help that you can jab out most options of... So, but it gives you +6 on auto... So maybe that's why. Like, this would be the move you would use. So what I'm talking about to myself like a madman is down forward 1, 2, forward. Alright, gives you +6 for the transition. And like I was doing the testing with 1, 1 in the transition, that gives you +6. Alright. This gives you +6 on block. It just forces the mix-up. It just gives you the mix-up, like, for free, for doing nothing. On hits, you're +14. So, this should be the move you're using to transition into it every time. You should be doing this into that, alright? In fact, it shouldn't be the way you do it every time because the fact that it's a high, but it is promising of a move though. Because on block, you can transition, but if it's on block, it's +6 if you transition, meaning you get the mix anyway. So let's have him punish, and then we'll have him do 10 frame jab. So you can just do something like, right, he can't respond. In the show, he does jab back when hit. Right, I did the cancel because I don't want to swap sides. Was it 4? I think it was 4. Right, 15 frame moves at +6 frame trap. So you have 2 frame traps accessible from the neutral. You don't have to be in a stance to do it. This just gives you a free transition into plus frames. Right? And on hits, you're +14, so everything's gonna hit. So like, well, that's the 15 frame again. I'm trying to think of one of his slow options. I'd probably say like 1+2. Yeah, we're gonna do 1+2. Even that frame traps him because you're +14 on hit when you transition. And obviously, if he can't jab out 1+2, like Phoenix 1+2, he's not gonna be able to jab out Phoenix 3+4. Alright, that move. Whoa, that's actually kind of funny. So he can jab out 1+2. What about 3? Nope. So only 3+4 is slow enough for him to interrupt. Everything else is fair game. Obviously, this is gonna hit. So yeah, this is literally one of his best moves, if not like the best move. So I'm gonna put a star next to it, and then put down, forward, 1, 2, 1. Of course, you have the down, forward, 1, 2, forward. Which transitions to Phoenix. I have to add a special note to remind myself that it's +6 when you transition on block. Thank you. Alright, just give me a second. Gotta write down the frame data for it. It's down forward 1, so 14 frame. All his moves are slower than what I'm used to. And then it's what, negative. It's like -3, then -16, then -15. There we go. We got down forward 1, 4, 3. It shifts to Wings of Light. Okay, so this is clearly used for a combo. Yeah, clearly. This is probably one of the only ways to transfer into Wings of Light. Oh, actually there's that. I don't know why I know that. Standing block. We'll do this. Why does that do so much damage? That's like one of the easiest combos for 70 damage I've ever seen in my life. No, like seriously, this is down forward 2, 3, 3, 2. Why is this 74 damage? This is like the easiest shit to do. Like at least with Yoshimitsu, if I want to get to 70 damage, I gotta launch here, do a down 1 1. I gotta do down 2, 2, back, and then I do down forward 1, 2, 1 plus 2, right? Flash into heat, the heat burst into 1, 2, 1 plus 2, just to even get to 70 damage. And you can fuck up along the way. Alright, I'm doing down forward 1, 2, 1 plus 2 on Yoshi just to make sure I don't fuck up. You can mess up the heat engager and not be close enough. This is like the freest damage possible. Like how can I... It does less damage? I guess that makes sense. Just keep the combo simple, do this instead so you get the most damage possible. Just unfortunate. I guess I can still do it from there, but the amount of hits just make it like obsolete probably. Let's see. Yeah, it does less damage. I don't know. It's one of the easiest fucking 74 damages I've seen in my life. Like, I mean, there's zero execution to, like, the original. Which one is this? This is down, forward, 1, 4, 3. Transitions to Wings of Light. I'm gonna put a note as combo move. Alright, let's record the frame data for it. So down forward 1, 14 frames is normal. So you can use it as a 14 frame Punisher. But is it true is the question. So you lock on. Alright. It's not true at all. Alright. So we do -3. -18 for the last move because we know that. -10. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Standing. Okay, right. So I think the entire stance is nothing but a combo tool. Yeah, I think the entire stance of Wing is just a combo tool. Well, I've been using this the whole time. Down forward 2, 15 frame launcher. Pretty standard. Alright. True. So, it's gonna sound stupid to say, but some characters' 15 frame launchers from standing are not true. Like, Leroy has a 15 frame launcher, right? I think it's something like, I don't remember the fucking command for it. It's stupid. It's just fucking stupid. But what's important is that it isn't true. Meaning, you can hit the first part of it, but the second part can be blocked. And that's not the bad part. Alright? Even though that's bad, that's actually fucking terrible. Don't get me wrong, that's dog shit. That essentially means you have to, like, you can't use it to launch punish 15 frames. But the part that is bad is that if you think, hey, I can use this to launch, and you try, it's -18, so you die for using it. That's stupid. Just a little random complaint I had. Down forward 2, 2, 2. Oh, that's actually cool. Oh, that's fucking nice. I'm not even sure how you could use that. So it's probably like a combo tool then. Because it is. But it says it has to be on ground to use it though. I don't know. I think it's cool. I'm not even sure how I would even write that down. $5.15. How negative is this? 13 frames. Because it's basically as hot knee. Alright, next move. You got down forward 3, which is a low. It's very slow. Like, very slow. And then on counter hit, nothing. And it enters you in the crouch. You're +3 off of it. It's actually, it's a homing low, which is interesting. Alright, I'm back. So this low is slow. For context, Yoshi's unblockable low is 26 frames, and this is 3 frames slower than that. So like, how can I put this? It's painfully slow. Certain unblockables are 30 frames. So this is as slow as an unblockable, and it can be blocked, and you most likely die for it. So, right. So you can indeed launch someone for doing this, and they die. Like you genuinely have like so long to see this. Like if you're looking out for this move specifically, you can, like, jeez, you can jump over it. You can roll like. Alright. You get the point. So it being slow enough to spot is gonna mean that for the most part you're not gonna hit this move at the higher levels. It being a homing move is nice. It being 29 frames is not. Especially since you die if they block it. So if for people who aren't used to the character yet, they're gonna lose to it. But anyone who gets used to the character, which is gonna happen a lot, they're all gonna be able to block it. Like no problem. What I need to find. Screw it. I'll be back. I know I take a break then, but I'll be taking another one real quick. I wonder how much damage that does actually. Hold on. 42 damage? Okay. That's pretty good reach to it, so about here. We got down forward 4. Probably his fastest mid. Good reach. We have down 1, which is a low that gives you +2. Doesn't have counter hit functionality. Very good reach. Right. Leaves you +2 and puts you in the crouch. So that means so what is Well Rising 2? 15? That means by the time that they're able to play, it's a 13 frame launcher. But it's not safe on block. Let me do standing block. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Because being +2 is nice, but I guess you would just use it to frame trap into this 13 frame move. So it would basically be like a 10 frame. Right. I've seen this move used. I never understood what was it about. Like, what do you gain if you hit it? It's a wall splat. It's a knockdown too. So if I do, hold on, let me. So I just have to hit, I can't do it in a combo. Okay, that's fine. It looks cool though. Let's get it away from the wall bound. It has good range too. Hits from all the way back here. It's -6, so you give up your turn, but like it just resets you outside of jab distance anyway. So you can be here, do the move, and now you're safe again. So you can basically play this character as a range zoner. Has a 13 frame heat engager. I'm trying to find something to think about this move, but it seems pretty straightforward to me. You got down back 1, and on hit you press 1 again. It's a homing launcher. So let's see. Okay, I guess. 17 frames, +4 on hits, -8 on block. It's a homing high, very good range. Like, this guy has so much range to him. Like, you're actually not safe from this distance. We got down back to 1. All of this is just so very unsafe. And then let's do, I want to see what it looks like on hit. This is so all of this is unsafe. So I guess this is supposed to be used as a combo tool, maybe? I guess you are able to attack from far away. You can attack from this distance. Yeah, this is actually like a good poke because you can range people out. I'll write this down. Down, back, 2, 1. What else am I missing? I have range poke. I need to figure out how fast the first move is. So it's what? 17 frames startup. It's an extender. Alright. We have down back 4, which is another low. On counter hits, it launches. 19 frame low is pretty quick. Let me do it closer. Actually, is that actually punishable? Well, let me think. Nah, that's weird. For them to make this like this is effectively safe. It's plus 15, but I guess if you're at the wall and they do it, then you can launch them. But if you're in the neutral and they do this, it's just safe. But then again, you can't sidewalk all the options in this stance. Let me see. Down, back, 4. We're gonna put 19 frame launcher. It's a counter hit launcher. Low. Is there anything else about it that matters? Because it looks kind of like it. I don't want to say tracking. There's one way to find out though. No, you can't step it. It looks like it's homing, but it's not a homing move, but it tracks. We got down back 1+2 1. It says shift to updraft on airborne hit. Does not shift with. So let me see. Stop him from blocking. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. What was it? 19 frames? 17. Okay. Just gonna make sure I get this stuff written down. Alright, we got blue bolt, back one. 17 frame move. Decent range as usual. On block. Negative 13. It's a homing move. Hits mid. Leaves you plus 10 on hits. So this is a good move for, I'd say, two reasons. One, it's a homing mid. Alright? That's good for, well, the fact that you can account for ducking and from side steps with one move, right? It's minus 14 though on block, or minus 13 I think. Yeah, minus 13 on block. So you can't get heat engager. But the second part that is good, it's plus 10 on hit. And a wall spots. So if you could set up a frame trap situation where, I don't know, let's say you do Phoenix 2, you hit, and you get whatever, like, additional frames off of that. You can do back 1, hit wall splats, and then, you know, you get your combo. You know what I mean? Let me write this down. We got back 1 is 17 frames, minus 13 on block, mid, homing, wall splat. Alright, next move. Executioner, which is back 2, and of course it has a transition into Phoenix. Oh, I forgot to write down that it's plus 10 on hit. Back 2. So I'm pretty sure this is a high. Yeah. This is one of those moves that on block it's minus 4, right? But if you stand transition, it's plus 6. So if we put on punish, alright. Alright, he jabs. You frame trap. Alright. So the standard rules apply for the thing I was talking about earlier. At least in the earlier stream, if you've seen that. But when at +6, you can use your 2 frame traps because they're just fast enough to stop them. But anything else, like for example, Phoenix 3, right? That gets stopped. Phoenix 1+2 gets stopped. Phoenix 3+4 gets stopped. Right? And even at +6, 3+4, and 1+2 are launchable. So if I gotta make sure I turn off this one. See? See? Of course, we got back to transitions into Phoenix, right? It's what, 20 frames, high 20, which is -4 on block. If you do back to forward, there we go. We have back 4, which is -9, gives up your turn completely. So pretty slow mid at 18 frames. Maybe there's an extension? No, this is just a move. There has to be a reason. So let's see. Standing block. Knocks them down, gives you +6. And it probably wall splats, now I think about it. Yeah. Meaning you can be back here. Fucking hell, bro. It's just a bit slow. We got back 1+2. Armored move, but it's -14. What's the frame count? 24? And it's -14 on block. Armored. Okay. We got 442. -7 on block, 21 frames. Increases the Zan gauge on block. So we'll be using this to specifically increase your gauge safely. Let's see how much gauge actually comes back. It's not a lot, but it is something. 21 frame startup, and -7 on block. We got back 1+4. Unblockable. Does 44 damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore this one because this is one of those unblockables that are way too strong. Like if you've never seen it before, sure. But even then, it's like they could just sidestep. Even if they haven't seen it before, they can be like, okay, that's clearly an unblockable. Like you have so long to sidestep that. We have 4-4-4-2 with the transition into Phoenix. So let's see, let's turn this on, because I want to see what it looks like. Plus 31 on hits. Four frames. It does reach pretty far. And it is +2 on block. That's good to know. Ten hits. We'll look at this. Alright, now we reach the updraft stance, which is kind of like one of those unorthodox stance that you just flow into. So we have air updraft 1+4, but you can space to be almost safe. Like here, you're not being reached by anything. Like back here. So if you're at this distance, you can float in, press this button for free, basically. Let me just write down up draft section. Alright. So we got UD 1+4. Which is a 15 frame move. What is it? It's -10 to -12. What else is there? Obviously it's a mid, no way you conduct this. Yeah, it's a mid. Easily sidesteppable though, guaranteed. Alright, it says with level 2 or higher gauge. Let's actually look at the display gauge. Display. Yeah, it's gonna take forever. It's not even building it. Hold on, did I misread that or something? Increases. Oh, 1+4. Yeah. Oh. I was under the impression that this was going to be an updraft thing, but it's not. The fuck? So I wrote that down for no reason. I was wrong. It's just purely 1+4, which is launch punishable at 22 frames. Gotta rewrite all of this. 22 frames. It's -15 launchable. Let's see. Let's back up. See how far it reaches. Can I just increase my practice? Yeah. Player enhancement states. We'll do level 5. We'll be at level 5 this whole time. There we go. Move list. Alright. So with level 2 or higher, Zangetsu gauge do 1+4. This is powered up based on gauge level, throws on hit, but resets for gauge. $85 damage? That's basically like a rage art. I wonder. So it works even in combo. But how much damage do I lose? 50. So if they're already in the air, it goes from 80 to 59 to basically 60 damage, which is a very big drop off because you gotta remember I had 16 damage just for launching them. So you want to hit this move in the open if you're at tier 5. Let's see what it's like at tier 2, because 80 damage is a lot. $49 damage. Tier 3. 60 damage, basically. At tier 3. At tier 4. Nearly 70 damage. Okay, so it's basically going up 10 points each time. It's 22 frames. But it does have very long reach. Like back here, it still works. Then of course at tier 5. Yeah, at tier 5 it takes half their health bar. Which is fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what combo you would use. I'm probably gonna look up a combo guide on YouTube. From someone who did figure this out. Yeah, it's just too slow. Yeah, it just does so little damage once you've already touched them. And once they're airborne. So I'd probably suggest using it in a situation where you're at like a far distance and you know they're about to do something, just throw it out there. Because if you like, if it hits, they basically die. If they don't hit, then you get launched and potentially you die. But it only takes 2 like max charges to kill. And it seems like, oh, bet this character's busted then. No, because to build a max charge takes fucking forever. Like, I'm in the training room, so I'm able to set it to a certain value. But it's, not gonna lie, very, very fucking easy, bro. I mean, like, it's very hard to do. Because the opponent's not gonna let you hit them all the time. But with the level 5, apparently level 5 clears all gray health, which is kind of crazy on top of the damage it does. So let's see. We'll set the opponent's up to 75. Bruh. So if you build tier 5, right, do this much damage to them, and let's say it's all gray, 1 hit clears all of that. So they're basic. This is hilarious, and like it has great potential. Because you can do a combo that does a bunch of like, takes a bunch of health away, but leaves a bunch of gray health. And then if you carry them to the wall, and then let's say, alright, you carry them to the wall. Some great. That is a lot of fucking damage, though. I'm not gonna lie. You just do your combo or whatever, and you end it where they hit the wall, and then you just hit the move. Like, how even frame trapping into this move is just GG's. It doesn't do as much damage as if you would have hit it raw, but like, let's say they do something punishable, you do your 12 frame punish, boom, boom. It's pretty much over. In fact, any amount of like punishment at the wall that leaves a wall spot, it's just fucking death against this character at tier 5. Like, that's full unscaled damage. So there's gonna be any situation where you're like at the wall, this character's at level 5, and you think about doing something very negative, don't. Because if they block it, you're at the wall already. They do their 2-1 immediately into this, and your health is gone. It's just gone. I can't wait to do this with people. Even though it takes forever to build tier 5, like, just knowing if I get to tier 5, all I need is pressure at the wall, them to do something negative, something I know is pretty negative, catch them lacking, and then they're dead, is hilarious. And the thing is, it's only one round at tier 5. Like, you wait all this time to get up to tier 5, and it gives you almost a guaranteed round if you can catch them in a bad position. Right? If you hit them with a combo version, then it does less damage, but it's still a lot of damage. Like, it's going from nearly 80 damage by itself to like 40, which is half, yes, but at the same time, it's completely fair because you caught them in a like, you got them already in the combo, right? The clearing of all gray health, like a second rage art, is genuinely crazy. Because if he has 5 meter, right, and then he has rage art, you're essentially like, I don't want to attack in a neutral, I have to get closer, so I don't just instantly explode. But I don't want to press with a bunch of fast buttons that beat, you know, Zentetsuken, alright, Zanti, whatever. But you basically don't want to press like fast buttons if he has rage, because, you know, he can just rage art you. But you also don't want to pick slower buttons because he can still rage art you, 1, but 2, this move is 20 something frames, 22, and he can space you out, so you have to get closer so you don't get hit by this, so you can press him with your faster buttons, but then he might rage you, and like, it's just one crazy circle. Yeah, like, so many options are giving basically death on combo. If you just launch them and then do the move at tier 5, you're getting 80 damage. So this is probably actually what you're going to be looking for. If you have a bunch of meter, you can do right, frame trap into Aurora Rising 2. Not even frame trap, just so if I do that, so that could be a setup you go for. You do a Raw Rising 2, which, you know, allows you to get a free combo. But you can just burn all that meter. You're at max anyway. Burn all that meter, get the damage in, and if they're basically close to death already, like, right, like here, any mistake is death. So you can, and it's over. Okay, we're finally to the Raw Risings. We got Raw Rising 1, 2. Leaves you +9 on hits. On block. Is -13. Okay, just pretty standard, I guess. Alright, there's a stance transition there, which is kind of hilarious. So you can... You get the point. You can basically loop that over and over for different options. Going from mid into a low, and then from that low into a mid, into another mid. I'm trying to think. It's a 13-frame startup. And what I was thinking was, this is designed to give advantage, so you're +9. It's your turn. You can throw out a jab to try to connect. Maybe like 1-1. We have Raw Rising 2. 15-frame launcher, pretty standard. Raw Rising 3. Homing move. "20 frames. Has very far range. And even though it's technically unsafe on block. Well, actually, I don't think it is unsafe anymore. But it's just -8. Okay. Raw Rising 4 has a transition. You have while crouching 2, which is a low. Doesn't have any counter hit properties. This leaves you at +3 while still in the crouching state. Actually, no, it returns you back to standing. So you can immediately do standing things like you can This is actually a really good move, I'm not gonna lie. So it's often like the small moves in Tekken are what really piece a character together. It's not like the super flashy moves. So we just write this down. Down, forward, 2, low at what? 19 frames. And then on block is only -12. Right. It's +3, 1 hit. What else is there to know? I'm not sure what else, but there's an obvious mix-up here, and it's a mix-up that I've done, not on this character, but on like any character that I've played for long enough to like know their movesets and be like conscious of the options. Is you can do a crouching move, right? You can make your opponent afraid of the move, and then you can do a raw rising move to capitalize. So for example, you can just, alright, you've been doing this all game. It does a decent amount of damage. Hurts, right? I want to restore the health. That's annoying me. Alright. See? Just keep annoying, right? As you crouch down again, they're gonna crouch in a response, and then you just keep standing back up. Like a good example of this with Yoshimitsu is like up to, you can do up to again, and then since you've just done up to 2 times, and they see you do it a 3rd time, visually they think, oh, he's spamming. You can cancel that up to by holding down so you don't do the attack, and then do a raw rising 2-1 into a 90 damage combo, which is genuinely one of the coolest things to do with Yoshimitsu. They like condition your opponent into ducking, right, with a certain move, and then cancel that move into a raw rising. We have during sidestep 2-1. Okay, so this is sidestep 2-1. Obviously, I just said that, right? The thing to notice is that when you sidestep 2, on block it's -9, but on hit it's -2. So, no matter what, if you do this move here, you're gonna be negative. The difference is that when you hit this move on block, right? When you complete the string, your launch punishable if it's on block. But on hit, I think you're like, what? It's a heat engager, so. It knocks him down, so like I think he would get a combo, if I'm not mistaken. Heat engager. We have sidestep 1+2, which is a giant fucking hammer apparently. Which is +2. This is hilarious. This is genuinely hilarious. Why the fuck is this +2? Why do you have a sidestep move that's +2? So I get to, oh bro, I don't understand. I really don't understand. How many frames is this? 25. For someone who doesn't understand why I'm reacting the way I am, normally with side step moves, right? For example, with Yoshimitsu side step 1, it's safe on block and it's a counter hit launcher, right? So you can, if you think someone's going to attack, you don't have to like sidestep and then do a regular launcher. You can just do sidestep 1 with Yoshimitsu. This here does effectively the same thing, and it's also safe on block, except it fucking saves your turn. Like if they're doing a move, you sidestep, do 1+2, right? If they get hit by it, they die. If they don't, you're +2, so you can start spamming immediately into a launcher. And if they're not doing the right move fast enough, they get launched. Best way to show this is, I'm just gonna record down forward 4, 14 frame move. I'm +2, so fastest they can respond is 2 frames. Wait, no, because they're doing down forward 4. I'm +2, so the fastest they can respond is 16 frames, and I want to be spamming a 15 frame move after, right? So, right, that's the move, right? Like it's so fucking ridiculous. Like it doesn't. What? Like why? Why? No, seriously, why? Like I don't. And the thing is, it may be a little thing. It's like, oh, he does this move. Don't press. But like, if you don't press here, right? Let's turn off punishment. You don't press here, right? Because I'm +2 and you know it, right? It doesn't do anything bad to you per se if you just sit there and don't press, but it just means, hey, I get to keep taking my turn. In fact, even if you were going to do something, like you'll probably start throwing holy moves, which will be negative most likely. Then like, and you can Q. Thank God this isn't an armor move, bro. Like you can be beaten out of this. You can't just spam it. But notice how like I'm doing sidestep, right? Sidestep 1+2 into another sidestep. That's because you can Q them while you're doing the move. For some reason, now one wants to act up. Like, bro. RIP, bro. RIP. This is genuinely hilarious. Like, holy shit. I already covered the Wings of Light stance. Already done the Phoenix Ship stance. Time for updraft. This is gonna be fun. So let me write down a section, right? So what's the first move? We got updraft 1. $15 frame move. It leaves you plus 18. What about that wall? Wall splats. And it's completely low pressure. So you have an I-15 frame wall splat. Low pressures. Question is, what is it on block? Minus 12. Um, 18 frame move, minus 16 for the first part. If you complete it, you're still launchable. Just hilarious, but okay. Up to I-17. No, it's I-18, I think. Okay, let's just do it again then. Yeah, I-18, and it's negative 16 and then negative 17 for the second hit. That's a launcher, so if we make him stop blocking, alright. Yeah. I'm not sure what quite to think about this move. We got updraft 3. High move and counter hits. So it's a 12 frame high, which is incredibly fast. I'm not gonna lie. What is it on block? -3. Completely safe. We got updraft 4. Which is a 10 frame high? I mean, I guess what is it on that on regular hit? Like, it's not a launcher. I don't know. Maybe this is for combos. Oh no. I'm trying to piece together what's going on, but I'm kind of confused by this stance. -4 on block. That's a high. Okay, as far as throws go, we have no throw big game for that one, no break for the game for that one. Ignoring this stuff. Those two. I want to see what it looks like. Standing block, punish. Two jabs back. Oh, so it just completely ignores the damage. How fast can I play this? So it has to be within like line with it, because it's only a couple of frames. Huh. Okay, so when this is successful, we press 2. And we immediately come back and slash. That's so clean. It's so clean. And how fast is the parry? Like, for example, let's say we were to frame trap. We want to do what? Let's record 10 frame move. And it does so much damage too. 38 damage. It's actually so cool, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I know it's effectively the same thing as all the other parries, but and I wonder if it wall spots. So if I this is so crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wonder how late you can respond with. Yeah, you can actually do it pretty late. There's a second option. Oh, I see. Oh, this is the low parry. So we're just gonna play this. This move here automatically counts as a low parry, which is hilarious. Genuinely. So I was thinking about using it as a low parry just to be flashy, but no, this is seriously the low parry. If you think someone's gonna do a low, you can just do this instead. And that's everything. We skipped over all the heat stuff, so we might as well do that now. 1+2 is a 13 frame heat engager, which is very important, at least to me, because that means you can punish 13 frame moves with a launcher, and you can also have easy access to a heat dash for a mix-up, right? Forward 1+2 is going to be the thing you use for the heat dash, because it has a longer reach. But when you want to heat dash and punish somebody, you should use 1+2 as easy access to it. You can do it from Horizon as well. So I suggest, honestly, using that 13 frame move as your Punisher. So it's I13 on block, it's -9. Heat engager can be used from while rising. And this is actually genuinely stupid. I want you to know how stupid this is to have as an option. So if we do stand block, punish, and then as his get up option, we're gonna do. Actually, no, not even as get up option. Simply enough, from if he does a 14 frame mid, which is his fastest mid to try to stop me. So let's see. All right. Does that force crouch? It does. It's actually hilarious. +2, 13 frames. Alright. And I'm in around rising state from there, so it's perfect. Yeah, so this is gonna beat him. So if I do. Right. So this is the perfect move for it. Down 1 is a low, right? He tries to spawn with a 14 frame move. But I can do even better than that, actually. Because according to my math, alright. Now, you can see if I jab him, he responds first with the high, which, hey, kind of sucks, but it's his second fastest move, which is 12 frames. If I do a low and down 1, I'm +2. The move I'm trying to do is 13 frames. He's trying to do a 12 frame move, meaning the fastest he can respond is 14 frames. Meaning I'm going to be 1 frame faster than him. And he dies. If I knew a combo there, he died. So if you're trying to like test and see someone what they do, you can use this heat engager as a mask for that information. Because you can if they press buttons, they die because you get the combo, right? If they don't, you know that in that situation they're not ducking, so you do something else, right? You know what I mean? You can even antagonize them with this, see if they like disrespect it or fighting back, and if so, heat engager. Right? Hell, you can even beat this setup. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually genuinely, I'm glad to see this. Even though it's gonna suck for me fighting against it, against anything negative 13 or more. Because it has decent range. Like, it will hit from here, right? Well, you got 4 2 2 2 2. You know this one, pretty standard. Forward 1+2, you know this one. And we have the sidestep one that we went over. We have Phoenix Shift 1+2. And then we just have heat specific strings that followed up here. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I think if I had to pick from the list the best moves to look out for, or the best moves that as far as not as far as like punishment, but for playing the character, there's 1+2 of course. Right, Flame Bash, 13 frame, heat engaging mid, decent range, right? It's safe on block. You can do it from crouch. You can do it from like a route rising. So you can use it during frame traps, like with down 1, which enters you into crouch and gives you plus frames. You can use it to get your heat engager on. Right? There's 4 2 2 because of 3 things. 1, you can enter into Phoenix from any point during this. You can do forward to... Actually, never mind. You can enter into Phoenix from this, right? And it's pretty safe. And you can convince them to disrespect, right? Because you can jab out Phoenix. You can do that. If you use this string to do it, though, you can do 2-2 forward. And if they start jabbing you out, you just finish the string. You know what I mean? And since it's a heat engager, you know what I mean? You can do a heat dash if they disrespect and you catch them off guard, they die. Forward 1+2, really good move. Controls a lot of the screen. Effectively a homing move. Alright. Again, you can heat dash. 17 frame startup. Just pretty good move. We have, uh, and my honorable mentions, not this sidestep, but there's sidestep 1+2. This, leaving you +2, meaning you can use your 15 frame launcher as if it was a 13 frame move. The fastest they can respond. In fact, hold on, let's try something. Because that looks like it's forcing crouch. And I have to know. No, it's not. It just looks like it. So it's not forcing crouch, but it is giving you +2, which is good enough, right? So you're +2, which is might as well be like forcing crouch. And no, it's not. But the point is, being +2 means that the fastest they can respond is 12 frames, which doesn't like seem like, oh, so what? There's still pretty fast. The thing is, one, they have to know this is +2 specifically. Two, their jab has to reach. So they can only use their jabs, or let's say their Yoshimitsu, for example. They would have to know very specifically to use their 12 frame mid and try to like reach across and just poke you and stop you, right, while you do it. The other problem for them is, since you're going to since they're coming out at the same time, they're just gonna trade. Oh, and actually I made a mistake when I was saying this. Since it's +2, that means they have to use their jab. If their 10 frame jab doesn't reach you, they just die. Like, it's that simple. In fact, I think this has evasion to it as well. So what we're gonna do is go back to the basics. Alright, I jab, he jabs back. So this doesn't have the evasion that I was looking for. I'm trying to think of the right setup for this. Oh yeah, it's... So yeah, the 10 frame jab does beat you. Alright, but just very slightly. Anything else is getting beaten. I mean anything else. Like, if they use an 11 frame, then it beats you, yeah. But if it's 12, so like 11 goes to 13. If it's 12, it's 14. Shit. So actually, it's 13. Anything 13 and slower gets beat, while all the fast jab options are the only thing stopping them from like dying when they respond. They have to jab. They can't do anything slower. For example, if I program him to do an armored move, no, an armored move wouldn't work because they'll be safe. Actually, let's do that over again. So let's say that he, in return, tries to launch me. Like, he wants to do a hop me out of panic. He dies, of course. Gets launched. And this is everything that is 13 frames and slower just gets launched like that. What else was there that I liked? What is this here? None of this was... Oh yeah. The heat smash here. So you have a 15 frame heat smash out of Phoenix. Let's turn this punish off. You have a 15 frame heat smash out of Phoenix, which I really like, right? Normally the heat smash is I think 18 frames. Yeah, 18. Right. With the 15 frame one out of your Phoenix, right? That means you can frame trap it. So what that would look like is punishment. We'll make him do the basic job. So what that looks like is so when you're in heat, Phoenix essentially just becomes a free, what's the word for it? A free heat dash. I mean a heat smash if they try to disrespect. Because essentially all like a bunch of your transitions from Phoenix make it a frame trap where it can't be disrespected. And if you do disrespect it, then they get a free hit. And that's the mental game of like, oh, is the opponent gonna disrespect? If so, frame trap. If they don't, then go for something different. You can always just like not do anything and grab. You know what I mean? And if hey, they're gonna do an armor move to try to beat my stance. Let's think. It's 15 frames, so it's gonna beat a 16 frame move, obviously, but it's just not going to stop. So yeah, you can power crush before they stop you. Because let's say, yeah, because you need 8 frames of a power crush. So 8 frames plus the 6 is 14. So they just barely beat you, right? They just barely beat you to the punch. So if you wanted to do a power crush on against against Clive, it would have to be in a situation where he's not +6. He would have to like be transitioning in Brawl. So during Kilo, yeah. So again, I think I like the fact that he has a second heat dash. I think it's really cool. This one wall splats, and wall breaks, stuff like that. Actually, is that true? I don't think it actually wall breaks. I think it does the floor thing. Like it's a floor blast. Yeah, floor blast. See? Floor blast. Of course, you gotta give a good mention to 1+4, which uses your meter and does a fuck ton of damage. And if it's at tier 5, gets rid of all gray health and basically a second super. I mean, basically a second rage art. And since it has such far range, it feels like a rage art too, because it's just like, okay, anywhere on the screen, if I get close enough to you, I can always be threatening you with this button that goes, yeah, you get touched by this, you die. I really like 1-1 transition in. On hit, you're +6, right? So it's good for a punish, right? 10 frame jab string that leaves you +6 with a direct entry into your stance is good, because it allows you to frame trap a lot of the options. 2-2 is good for the same reason, right? 2-2 is good for the exact same reason. There was another stance. I think it was like down forward 1-2, which when you use the transition is so good. So remember, down forward 1-2, transitioning on block is +6. Let's make it respond later. Alright, you're +6 off that transition on block, meaning you can access your frame traps anytime you want. right? And the only weakness of it, right, the balancing part of it, is that they made the second hit a high, right? So on block, you can't do anything about it because that second hit allows it to transition into the stance at +6. But if you duck it, there's no transition. This is a lot like Yoshimitsu's 3-1, which automatically transitions him into Dragonfly at +7 on block. So if you wanted to like stop someone from doing this over and over, if you recognize to do down forward 1, just duck the string and then of course kill them for it. What else is there? I want to give a good honorable mention out to 3-3, which transitions you into the wing state, right? Wings of Light. Mainly because you can use it in a combo. Get some of the easiest damage in your life. If you get a launcher, you can just do 3-3, 2, and you automatically just have 74 damage. Like, you don't even have to think about it. It's that easy. It's just so easy for 74 damage. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Anytime you launch someone and you don't know what to do, this is like a really like easy combo. And I'm not saying it's easy to like dissuade anyone from doing it, or I'm not saying like, oh, this is very cheese. I'm saying it's like so uncomplicated and there's so few parts of it that I'm surprised it does that much damage. I feel like they're going to reduce his damage in some parts because like doing that twice is 140 damage, leaving you with 60 damage left. 60 health left. So all you would have to do, like let's say you're just doing your thing, chipping. Let's make this easy on ourselves by alright. All you need is one launcher from here. Like you've been playing the game through like pokes and shit, right? You get one good launcher, one very easy combo to do later, like there's no dropping this shit, and then you're basically dead. And it's just like, yeah, so what? So many other people have that. Yeah, but those other people don't get to poke you and keep you out. Well, I shouldn't say, I don't know about this guy's pokes. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he is able to keep you out very easy. Like, I don't remember seeing anything about pokes in his kit. That's from what I remember. Like, this is probably the best he has. Alright. He has high damage moves, though. So like, let's say he does hit you with like some sauce, you get caught in one of these, right? You're at half health, you eat a launcher, he hits you with this, it's over. I'm sorry, it's over. And the damage is reduced, but like, he just gets a rage art, an unarmored rage art. So of course he has to catch you lacking, but like, god damn, the range on this. What else is there? Again, 2-2 transition, talked about that. There's 2-2-2-2-2-2, which gives you a transition into stance on top of some damage, which is nice. How positive am I on that? Plus 21, like, you can do whatever you want there. If you hit 2-2-2-2-2, like, they're just dead, bro. And they're getting up when they get, like, up. That doesn't make any sense, my bad. They're getting up by the time you get over there. So you can't just hold back and just be like, alright, we're in the neutral. I'm pressing in. You know what I mean? Like, there's tons of things you can do. Trying to think of anything else, because those are the main ones that I like. Obviously, there's back 1+2, which is just an armored move. All right, just cool looking, nice. His kits seem to be very straightforward. Like, there isn't like a lot of junk in here. Everything seems to be actually good and useful. And I've played characters where I've seen parts of their kits where it's just like, I can see why this would be used, but I'm probably not going to use this. I'd say like the only thing where it's just like, why would I ever use this? Or at least that I can remember would be like down back, no, is it down forward 3? Yeah. Down forward 3, 29 frames, gives you +3. You're entered crouch when you do it. So like, it is useful, and I think it also enters him in the crouch as well. So never mind, that is actually useful. Let's see, punish. What about today? Yeah, so he's entered into crouch when you do this. So you can force your opponent into crouch with this move, and you're +3, meaning your heat engager will beat their other move. Like your heat engager would beat their Wow Rising 4. Because their Wow Rising 4, again, 11 frames +3, fastest they can respond 14. You have a 13 frame heat engager, so. Alright. Right. And I don't think it combos per se, but it is good to know. Alright. Leaves you plus. Hold on, why did you trade? Should not have traded. Leaves you +2 on here. Okay. There's also an extension of this. I forget which one it is. It's most likely down forward 1, 2. Yeah, no, it's down forward 1. I mean, it's down forward 3, 1. And it does a bunch of damage and it's powered up during heats. Right, 42 damage. What else is there? Oh yeah, there's back 1, which is a cool parry. You can attack back with. Right. There's just a bunch of like cool things he has. I think personally, this stance doing nothing is unfortunate. But it is cool that it automatically low parries. This is 3+4. Right. There's this stance here, which unfortunately didn't have much to it. So pretty much everything is in this stance here. Like you can do attacks like this as like a mid just to like see if it launches. But it didn't even launch there. I mean on counter hit. Doesn't even launch. And like this stance was so unremarkable that I literally just went through this moments ago and I don't remember what is in the stance. I don't remember, because I just remember there being 2 highs and 2 mids, but no lows. Like what's, okay, I guess. So they do this and just stand block, you can ignore it. They do this, you can stand block and ignore it. Like 2 of his stances are fucking useless. And don't get me wrong, they literally are not useless in the sense that like you can use these for something, but like as far as mixes, that's not gonna happen. And I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm here to mix. Like that's the point that I see in the game. And you can probably use these for combos, or you can use these for utility, like a low crush into a mid, or you could like close the gap this way, using it to approach your enemy. But like at the same time, so right, like I don't know. It just doesn't feel too interesting to me. This Phoenix stance does look interesting to me because it gives the same vibe that I wanted with Victor and his sort of thing. Like I really liked Victor's dash. Right, I liked how it looked, but I was disappointed in the way that like Victor played because he felt too committal to his stance. I like stances that don't feel committal. Like you can dash in whenever you want, but you don't have to do anything. You can dash in and stop. Like there isn't like you dashing in and you just have to sit there and eat whatever they do to you if you don't press any buttons. It's only momentary, and it basically feels like an extension of yourself when you do it. Like you're dashing in because you want to move. And of course, there's several transitions into your stance safely, right? With several options with space frame data. And I'm sure Victor has the same thing. I'm sure Victor has good tools. It's just this guy, one feels just better to play. Like there's so many decisions that were made that I just completely agree with. Like for example, that move there, swapping sides, right? But if you hold back, it doesn't swap sides. So that way, if you don't want to like do the like change sides, and you don't want to give up wall pressure, so let me. All right. Let's say you get their back to the wall. You don't have to give that up. If I could just get him over here faster. So let's say you don't want to give up wall pressure here. All you have to do is hold back, and you miss out on some damage, right? Yeah, of course. But at least this way, he's still in the corner. And you can just back up, figure out what you're going to do, maybe do a down one. Can't do a heat engage? What's going on? Okay, fine. You can do, yeah, sure, whatever, just block everything. Yeah, and you get to just go for stuff like that, and then whenever you're ready, you can just swap sides. What else is there? 4-4 is cool because it's a way to shift, and on hit it's plus 14, which is really nice to hear. So think about it this way: you have access to a 12 frame punish, right? That gives you access to your stance at plus 14, making some of your non-safe options safe. 4-4 is such a great move, and all I can think about is how shit, you know, Leroy's 4-4 is. Like, that's too fast for a move. Apparently that's too slow for me. What else is there? Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the stuff that I really liked. Oh yeah, there's down 4-2-1. Right. Down forward 1-4-3. Automatic transitions into Wings of Light. This is much more of a combo thing. Get a bunch of damage, right? Since it launches by itself, you can use it to enter into the stance. For example, you can, right, and then use it as a way to like close the gap. Oh, that's actually another thing. So let me back up. Wings of Light 1, I just think is cool. Of course, I like the way that his hop kick isn't really even a hop kick. It's just whatever this is, right? It's a cool 15 frame launcher with its own extension, mind you, that shifts immediately into Phoenix. So you can right. We have down 3-1. Oh, I already covered that. Okay, yeah, down 1, 18 frames, gives you +2, enters you into crouch. We have full crouch 2, but I think there was an extension. Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all the stuff that I really liked. His move list feels short, but that's because the first part of it is just like bullshit and there's some repetition, blah blah. Then of course there's the obvious like universal grab stuff that everyone has. He doesn't have a grab game. It's either 2 or 1+2. That's simple. Yeah. I'll see you guys later.